Thanks so much for joining us for Together. I'm Karen Leigh. This show is about community and all the wonderful people coming together for Colorado. Today we have 4 inspiring stories from all over the state. We hope that once you've watched this show, you'll be moved to come together for Colorado too. So grab the entire family, sit back and enjoy. Cancer affects thousands of Coloradans. It's probably touched your life in one way or another. Well, now one man is coming together to help find a cure. Kathy Walsh introduces us to Stephen Estrada.
Well, I was diagnosed 4 years ago.
Doctors told Stephen Estrada he would only have 2 years to live.
I decided that if I was on a limited timeline, I was going to do as much as I could to save my own life.
But Stephen proved the doctors wrong.
I've been a survivor and thriver for about 4 years now.
While he's cancer-free, Stephen's fight is far from over. His mission to find a cure. That's later on Together.
A mother who lost her son is turning her tragedy into action. She's coming together for Colorado to make sure that no other family has to go through what she did. Matt Kroschel shows us how her efforts are already saving lives.
It's been 3 years since Christopher Molinex passed away in Lake Granby.
They had nothing they could do.
But his mother is keeping his memory alive.
From the day we were sitting on the lake, we knew this was something that needed to be done.
What she's doing to keep other families safe in the water, that's coming up on Together.
Well, eating healthy starts at a young age, but how do you get your kids interested in vegetables? Sean Chitness takes us to a preschool that is teaching the newest generation of green thumbs.
Keep pulling. There we go.
These kids are learning the value of healthy food at a young age.
The seeds!
And their new growing skills go far beyond this garden.
She would come home and try to water the grass.
How this garden is benefiting the whole family, that's next on Together.
We're going to have much more on those stories coming up in just a moment. But first, I want to take you to a bouldering wall that is allowing kids to reach new heights. Not only is it bringing people together in Denver's Montbello neighborhood, it's also giving kids the opportunity to try a new sport. Sam Bush and photojournalist Bill Mashur take us to the Montbello Open Space Park.
3, 2, 1.
Don't be scared.
15-year-old Dominic Martinez loves the outdoors, but knows for his family, getting to the mountains feels almost impossible.
To go up to the mountains, it's like such a long drive, and it costs a lot of gas money, and just a little bit of a struggle when you're living in the city.
For him, his brother Elijah, and countless other kids in the same situation, the mountains have come to them in the form of a bouldering wall and open space in the heart of Montbello.
Oh, I did it!
Giving city-dwelling kids something they can't normally find, and even a chance to overcome some obstacles.
I felt like my fear of heights kind of went away.
Really? Why?
Because I don't think I climbed anything like that.
This park is intended to give kids a chance to connect to nature for Denver residents who have rarely been west of I-25, and for them to have a new perspective on their own neighborhood. The park, paid for by the North Face and a handful of local partners, reimagines the grasslands that used to be this Denver neighborhood, while giving kids a taste of the mountains just beyond the city.
Kind of a freeing feeling, you know, that they get to go explore these things that other kids get to go and do.
Well, Dominic and Elijah's mother says it will help give her kids something that's been missing in their lives.
We love seeing those kids so much. We asked Stan Bush to join us, talk a little bit more about the story. And Stan, you were there, of course, talking with those kids when they first climbed this wall. What was their reaction?
Well, you know, kids are so funny. I mean, you could see in the video there that they climb up and they sit on that thing, and then they just kind of wait for the next thing to happen. But what I think is so fun about these kids is as they came off, they're just like normal climbers learning this this trade. They climb up the easiest route, and after a couple minutes, a couple kids come down and they find a more difficult route, go back down, find another more difficult route. I mean, I think that's how you start a rock climbing career. You know, in a couple years, maybe they climb the Flatirons. Maybe a couple years after that, they're on the Dawn Wall at El Capitan.
Yeah, it seems so simple, doesn't it? I mean, it's a bouldering wall, right? But these kids really seem to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I think. You know, rock climbing is a totem of being in the Rocky Mountains. And even if you don't get out past the skyline of the city into the mountains, we all kind of identify with that. And I think that's something that they were excited to do.
Let's talk a little bit, too, about the Montbello Open Space. really fantastic what they're doing out there. More plans for it?
Yeah, well, what you saw on camera is not what's going to be there forever. Mostly it's kind of like a dirt park right now with a stream running through it. Eventually that's going to have plant life. It's going to look kind of like what our prairie looked like before Montbello came in there. And, you know, I think there's an important thing about this park, because when we talk about areas, you know, like Montbello, traditionally we see that as kind of our more marginalized neighborhoods. But a park like this gives the people who live there a sense of place and a sense of pride. And you know, that's what we all take maybe for granted sometimes, but it's something that's important to all of us. And I think that places like that park are going to become increasingly important for the people who live there to say, that's mine. That's something I'm proud of.
Yeah, ownership in their community, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Stan, thanks for being with us. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Well, coming together for Colorado's homeless, this is impressive. These women are taking old plastic bags and turning them into plastic yarn. That yarn then gets weaved into mats that the homeless can sleep on. Kim Carney is a retired math teacher who loves to recycle, and more than that, she loves to help people out. She's the one who came up with this idea.
For the homeless that won't go into a shelter, it's very beneficial for them. It provides insulation from the ground, the cold ground. It's waterproof. Just because I need something to do, I will make them as long as there are bags to be worked on.
Ah, they look beautiful too. These mats take time and attention to make. It can take 2 weeks to finish just one of these mats. Each one uses up to 500 plastic bags. Well, a young man from Denver is coming together for Colorado by telling his story of surviving cancer. In July of 2014, Stephen Estrada was given little hope. But today, he is surviving and thriving. And now he's working to convince others to raise money to find a cure. Kathy Walsh shares his remarkable story.
A little stacked in the back.
Stephen Estrada says styling hair helps him unwind, and it takes his mind off his brutal brush with cancer.
I was told that at the age of 28, I probably would not see 30.
Stephen had colorectal cancer, stage 4.
I didn't know what to do. Part of me felt like driving off a bridge.
Instead, he dove into treatment, emergency surgery, then 6 months of aggressive chemotherapy that took him down to 100 pounds.
I looked like I was a dead man walking constantly.
After a second surgery, he began bleeding internally.
The one time in this whole battle that I thought that I was losing my life.
When he recovered, Stephen found a new oncologist and a phase 1 immunotherapy clinical trial. He's been cancer-free for more than a year and a half. He's had 53 treatments.
I get tired the day of, but I really don't have any other side effects to complain about.
How long will you be on it?
That's kind of the million-dollar question. No one really knows.
Cancer has led Stephen to a new job with the Colorectal Cancer Alliance, steering patients to medical and financial resources. And this year, he is the honoree at the Cancer League of Colorado Race for Research fundraiser.
You know, the time for hoping that cancer is gone, that's not doing anything anymore. Their time, effort, and money, that's going to be the only thing that defeats cancer.
That's the truth. The 22nd annual Race for Research is August 19th in Washington Park. The goal is to raise more than $120,000 at this year's race. The Larimer County Dive Rescue Team steps up to help on Colorado's waterways, and now the community is pitching in to help them in their time of need. What the team is in desperate need of, and the organization coming together to make sure that need is met.
For them to reach out was very, very cool. It's something super special that we're definitely excited to be a part of.
I love that. Who knew? Well, the Boys and Girls Club in downtown Denver is bringing the community together through basketball. Last weekend, the club hosted Hoops for Peace. Kids of all ages came out to play basketball, to win some prizes, and of course, enjoy some good free food. Denver Nuggets Drumline was even there to provide some good sounds. The Boys and Girls Club says the event is a way to create a safe place for the kids to spend their free time this summer. Meteorologist Lauren Whitney joins us now. There are so many fun things to do outside this summer. We love summer outdoors in Colorado.
We really do, and of course that usually means the great outdoors, lots of hiking, lots of camping, and we do have some great pictures from camping so far this season. So this is Marcos Contreras in Chalk Creek Canyon. You can see they're enjoying just a beautiful time out there, and you can see setting up the tent. Have to have the mallet ready to get it in the ground.
Got to set it up right so it doesn't come down on you.
Exactly. And taking a look here, this is from Chrissy Douglas's family. This is from Boyd Lake, which is in the Loveland area. You can see her sweet family. They're ready to go. They've got the coolers, all the gear.
The little kids' chairs.
And the little kids' chairs were my favorite part, too. So they're ready to go. Look at their cute faces out there. And sometimes you have to travel from Colorado. This is Don James Worst. He went to the Grand Tetons in Wyoming. Look at that happy face there. Couldn't help but love that smile there. So he's excited about that. And he said he had to wait for the rain to clear to get that perfect shot.
Oh, well, that's worth the wait, wasn't it? That's
yes.
Beautiful. I haven't been up there yet. I'm hoping to get there some point or another.
Yeah, after you see that picture, you're like, I got to head up to Wyoming.
Makes you want to go, doesn't it? Well, thanks so much for sending in your pictures, and be sure to share your photos with us. We want to see you out enjoying Colorado with your family. Send us an email at togetherforcolorado@cbs.com. You can also post it on social media using the hashtag #ForColorado, and we will be sure to share right here on the show. Well, it is the perfect time to be out on the water, but until this month, what county was lacking the tools to help keep families safe out there? Well, we're going to introduce you to the mom who is coming together for Colorado to make sure that everyone can enjoy Lake Granby.
It has 3 years to do this. You know, from the day we were sitting on the lake, we knew this was something that needed to be done. Fought for it and fought for it.
This week on our Together for Colorado calendar, on Tuesday, introduce your child to opera with a matinee of the Magic Flute. That's at the Central City Opera. On Thursday, it's the Legends Golf Tournament in Sedalia. Proceeds benefit the Volunteers of America. On Friday, you can check out the Family Fun Concert at the Colorado Music Festival in Boulder. Kids are going to get the chance to even meet different sections of the orchestra. For more information on all of these events, just visit the Together for Colorado section of CBSDenver.com. Well, the Larimer County Rescue Dive Team is entirely made up of volunteers, and the group badly needs a new emergency vehicle. Well, now the community is coming together to help them out. Elitch Gardens donated ticket sales from last Friday's Dive-In movie event to the rescue team. They raised $220. Now, it may not sound like much, but every dollar counts for this dive team. Thanks to the community's help, they are at least one step closer to getting that new truck they so badly need.
Everyone's not coming down here and safe from our lifeguards, and this team really protects all those lakes and rivers and everything. I really felt like we could do something to help.
Elitch Gardens says they will keep that fundraiser going for the next 2 Fridays. And for more information on the Dive-In event, as well as how you can help out the dive team, just visit our website, cbsdenver.com. Well, a lot of people are out enjoying Colorado's cool lakes and reservoirs this summer. But for one mother in Grand County, this time of year is a sad reminder of what she's lost. 3 years ago, Dee Mullenex's son, Christopher, jumped into Lake Granby for a swim, and he passed away. Dee made it her mission to come together for other Colorado families and get patrol boats on the lake. Those boats hit the water for the first time this month. As Matt Kroschel and photojournalist John Mason show us, the new patrols are already saving lives.
The Grand County Sheriff's Office launched their new boat, and within hours they already were part of a rescue.
People were saying they were glad to see us out here.
After years of struggling to respond to emergencies on the water,
it's going to be really important to help boaters out there.
The Grand County Sheriff's Office finally has the right tool for the job.
But there was nothing. They had nothing they could do.
The maiden voyage happened to coincide with the anniversary of Chris Mullenex's drowning here in 2015.
The sheriff asked how quickly we could get it going, and the purchase of the boat went smoothly. We worked a lot to get the equipment on the boat so we'd be able to get it out on the lake by the 4th of July.
Since that time, his mom Dee has pushed for a new boat and launched a water safety campaign in honor of her son.
It's taken us 3 years to do this. You know, from the day we were sitting on the lake, we knew this was something that needed to be done. fought for it and fought for it.
A county coming together in the wake of a tragedy to help keep people safe. She's also created this free life jacket loaner station here at the reservoir, so if you forget yours, you can take one, use it for the day, and then put it back. Reporting in Grand Lake, I'm Matt Kroschel, covering Colorado First.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Well, students may be on summer vacation, but these girls are not slowing down. How spending a day with firefighters is opening their eyes to careers that they never considered. That's coming up on Together. Well, some Denver kids are developing green thumbs at a young age. It's part of a program that's coming together to teach preschoolers about healthy diets. Not only are the kids at Florence Crittenden Services eating more fruits and veggies, they're also growing them. Sean Chitness takes us to their garden where love blooms too.
One after the other, these kids keep coming back for more water to pour over the plants in their garden. It's a program these children have been excited for from the start.
Look, Mom, they're doing the garden.
So much so, they practiced at home.
She would come home and try to water the grass.
Now they're doing it all the time in preschool.
It's good to educate the kids about where their food comes from.
A federal grant is helping early childhood centers like Florence Crittenden give these little gardeners a chance to get their hands dirty while learning about clean food options.
The kids kind of help become educators for the moms.
It's an education that benefits the whole family.
Still stuck a little bit. Keep pulling. There we go.
Kids at this child center all have teen moms studying at the Florence Crittenden High School on the same campus.
I know a lot of us are very uncomfortable with who we are, and it's scary being a teen mom.
The garden is just another way for moms to spend time with their kids in a safe space.
If it wasn't for me, I don't know where I would be.
Impacting parents and their kids just as much as the staff that helps them along the way.
I could not imagine my life without having worked here.
Growing healthy food and families rooted in the same place.
I had the support, and they showed me how. I don't think I would have finished school or anything without this place.
We love that little hug there at the end. Well, we want to send out a special congratulations to a Thornton police officer recognized for a really important award. Officer Jesus Mendez works as a school resource officer in Thornton. He was just given the School Resource Officer of the Year award. Officer Mendez was up against every other SRO in the entire state, so we want to say congratulations to you. Well, a group of Girl Scouts are gaining leadership skills by learning from the very best. This troop is in Colorado Springs, shadowing female firefighters in the department. The crews let the girls handle some serious equipment. Also took them high on the ladder for a mock rescue. But probably the most difficult thing was dealing with the heavy gear and the really hot temperatures. This experience, though, a great way to open these girls' eyes to a career in firefighting. Well, every week I get to hear from viewers like you, and I love getting your feedback, so keep it coming. Jonathan checked out Together for the first time and had this to say: I loved it. It was a way to shine light into the darkness. Thank you for your note, Jonathan. We love the show, too. And I would love to hear from you, so send me your feedback, your story ideas, pictures of you out and about with your family. You can email me directly or post them to social media using the hashtag #4Colorado. Well, I hope you enjoyed our show, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week as we have more powerful stories of how people are coming together for each other for Colorado. Until then, we want to show you what hundreds of volunteers can do when they work together. This week, women volunteers from all across the metro area are working on this Habitat for Humanity build in Sheridan. Photojournalist Robert Sanchez shows us their hard work.